Hi everybody and welcome back to a new episode of Mindy and Larry Raw and Unfiltered. So we received a lot of lovely feedback on our last video, so thank you so much to everybody who watched.
Thanks for watching and commenting.
Yeah, and leaving lovely comments and all your suggestions. We have many to pick from. And I'm very excited. So if you guys would like us to talk about your topic or a topic that you want to hear us discuss and talk about, leave it down below. But today's topic was given to us by, or suggested by, Surfer Girl. And she said, "Hi, love this idea. I was raw and unfiltered. We're gonna leave that in there." Oh, and I wanted to quickly touch base on raw and unfiltered, the meaning of that, because there was some mild confusion, not like big confusion, but just mild confusion of saying that what we talked about, it wasn't raw and unfiltered. What I meant by raw and unfiltered is raw as in like just Larry and I sitting down and casually having a conversation. It's not pre-rehearsed, it's not talked about, it's just two people sitting down and having a conversation. And unfiltered as in like we're not editing it. So that's what I meant by that. But here is what Surfer Girl wanted us to discuss in this video. "Hi, love this idea." Thank you. "I was wondering maybe you guys could talk about how different your lives would be if you hadn't met." I don't know. I was thinking that it might be interesting to think about. Like, do you think you both would have moved to Florida? Would you still have made a YouTube channel? Would Larry have still retired? Just a suggestion. I was blown away by that suggestion. I was like, oh my gosh, that is really, really interesting to think about, because, I mean, nobody really knows exactly, but we can put together an idea of where we would think we would be. What do you think? Just like on the topic in general. You have a little black thing right here.
Get rid of it.
I'm trying. Hold on. Okay, gulped it.
What was the first question?
See, this is what I would normally cut out, is that like this goofy moment. So the question is, where do you think our lives would be if we hadn't met? First of all, let's give a little bit of a background of where we were in life before we had met. So I'll talk. So before we had met, I was working in a nursing home in Westlake, Ohio, and I was moving kind of basically from apartment to apartment, just getting by. That's pretty much what my life was. I had just left a relationship, so I was on my own and hanging out with friends and having fun. That's what I was doing.
I was working full time. On again, off again marriage. It was off again. And that's about it.
Yeah, so how would life be different for us if we had not met each other? I was at the time a little bit of a rebel. I think that that's kind of a phase that young 20s go through. At least I went through it. I wasn't always doing the best. I was a hard worker. I worked full time. I made sure I got to my jobs. I think...
Very good work ethic.
Thank you. It's hard to say where I would be right now. I have said that I mean, I don't know if this is the right thing to say, but sometimes decisions that I made could have wound me up in a ditch somewhere. If that's bad to say, it's true. Where would I be now? I hope I mean, I'm very happy with where we're at now. We're very lucky. It's hard to think about. I think that I would still be in Ohio. I don't think I would have moved to Florida, because that was one of the questions. My parents moved here when I was 19, so they moved to Florida before I had met Larry. I chose to stay in Ohio. I think I would still be there. I think I might have tried to go back to school. And I think I still would have started a YouTube channel. I really do. So who knows what I would be filming about? Like pretty much what I was filming now, but who knows who I would be with, who I would have met. It's so strange to think, if we weren't together, who would I be with right now? Would I be with anybody? Would I be single? Would I be married? Would I have children already? It's weird to think about.
I think you probably have kids already.
You think I would have met somebody? Would I have been happy though? Not as happy as with you. So that's just the things that you don't know. You just don't know. What about you?
I would have definitely retired.
You would have retired.
Absolutely. As soon as they said, okay, you can go, I said, really? I can say see ya? And they would say, yeah, you can do that. I'd say, see ya. And
is there a reason why?
I really hated the weather in Cleveland.
Larry's not a fan.
I did that enough, and my retirement was right at the beginning of the year, so it was right in the heart of winter with January. And I've heard for years that you're supposed to retire, and when you retire, you go to Florida.
I can't cut this part out. Do I have a sniffies? Because I got a ticklies in my nose.
No, you're good. Cave's empty.
No, back to the cave. Okay, continue on.
So I definitely would have retired. I probably would have moved to Florida. I don't know if it would have been
really
here. Yeah.
What if? Okay, so it probably wouldn't have been here because the only reason we're in this specific location is because this is where my parents are at.
Mm-hmm.
So, where in Florida do you think you would have gone if just off the top of your head?
Because this became available, I missed the whole process of looking at, do I want to go further south? What's the cost of living there? What type of housing is available? Do I want to stay closer to Georgia? Where in Florida do I want to go? But
yeah, I was just gonna say you have a friend that's kind of like near the Georgia border. You might have moved towards that area.
Well, he left shortly after I did, so none of that had.
Oh, shortly after, so you would have moved first.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't think you would have stayed in Ohio?
No.
No.
No, I was definitely going to be going to warmer climates.
Larry hates the cold. He's a grumpy old man when it comes to the cold. He's sassy. If it snows, I'm like, he's so excited, and Larry's like, really? Really? Yeah, that's his face. So let's talk about let's talk, okay, hold on. Would you have still made a YouTube channel? I think so. Because the first year that I made the YouTube channel, it was all about beauty, lifestyle, favorites, unboxings, and Larry wasn't on the channel. So yes, I still would have. In fact, when Larry and I were dating and in Ohio, I was talking about I wanted to make one, and then I just didn't when I lived in Ohio. I kind of regret not doing that.
Yeah.
Because it's something that I was so passionate about and wanted to do. So yes, there still would have been a channel. And
she definitely would have. Probably, I'm guessing a little sooner if you would have stayed there.
Yeah, I probably would have.
I definitely would not be on social media.
No.
I would not.
No. I think the only reason you even have Facebook, Instagram is, which we kind of touched on before, is because I'm here. So I want you now to say, where do you think, because you knew me back in my day, where exactly do you think I would be right now if I hadn't met you?
There's too many variables.
I'll just run down them.
Um,
Give us option A, option B. Larry knows me better than I know myself sometimes, so.
You obviously would have met someone in the greater Cleveland area.
Yeah.
In Ohio.
Thank you. You saying because I'm cute? Not really that cute, but
she's cute.
A little bit cute.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You would have met somebody. But there again, is that someone in school? Is he learning a trade? Does he have family in another state? There's too many. I wouldn't be able to. I'd have no idea where you'd be.
So you think I would have been with somebody? You
Yes.
just don't know what I would be doing.
Yeah. You may have met someone that was already in an established job in Ohio and you would have been locked into staying there. Or they could be in a college going somewhere and say, okay, I graduated and I got this great job, but you're moving to Montana.
Montana. Oh gosh, it's so interesting to think about how different life could be without each other.
Yeah,
I don't know.
could be, or you could even be overseas somewhere.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of, I was in relationships when I was in relationships. Let me rephrase that. I was dating, going on dates, because I had left a relationship and I was going on dates just when I had met Larry and a little bit in the beginning. So I'm trying to think, if it wasn't for you, because I cut off those dates and stopped talking to those people because of you. All I could think about was Larry. So I'm trying to think, if I was with the 2 guys that I had gone on dates with, I think I would have made it work with one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But you were in my mind 24/7 and I couldn't. Yeah. There was the one I would not have made it work with, because it was just not a good thing.
Yeah.
No, we couldn't relate.
But I would picture myself probably in even a smaller house than this one, or probably in either a condo or an apartment. And I really didn't care for apartment life, only because that was a good portion of my job.
What's so sad though is, if I picture Larry being the type as being a vampire, really, because like the 2 of us, out of the 2 of us, I'm gonna have to shut that blind because the sun is coming through and I think it's like crazy. Can you grab that, babe?
I did it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We're gonna see if this makes it a little better. I made it dark. All right, there we go. Okay, so now the lighting is a little bit better. I think Larry, I don't want to say you would have been a loner, but I think you would have been like, do you think you kind of could have been? Like, Larry's the type that's kind of unbothered, like wouldn't go out of his way to meet or date somebody, I don't think. You and I just happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't see you, I have never ever been alone. That's something that I used to struggle with. Like, I was always in a relationship. Even when I was in middle school, you know, I always had a boyfriend. And there was like a time in my life where I was like, I don't even know who I am. Like, I've never been alone. And that was a thing. We got past that. But, Tunas! Hi, baby! The girls are doing well today. Much better than the last video. A lot of you asked who was the one who was freaking out and squealing in the video.
That would be Lexi.
Lexi's our vocal kitty. Luna's not vocal.
And here it comes.
Be nice. Be nice. It's because they want to be where... Lexi, Luna. It's because they want to be where we're at. But what was I saying? I was going off. Oh, I think that Larry would have been, I think you would have met somebody, because you're a lovely personality, you're amazing. I think you would have talked to somebody, met somebody, you would have been fine. But I also think that you are very independent in a way that you would have gone off, gone to parks, gone alone and like ventured to do your own things. Whereas myself, I don't tend to like being alone and going alone. I tend to like to be with people. You, I think, could do it.
Well, I had a lot of practice with going places alone.
Poor babe. So I find Larry living in a very dark house though. This man does not open blinds. I come out in the morning if he wakes up before me and I'm like, babe, why is it so freaking dark in here? He leaves them all shut and I'm like raising every single one. And
I could open the ones in the kitchen, but the problem that we have is if you're sitting where I sit, usually in the morning.
Well, this time of year.
Yeah, and you open the curtains, you get 20 minutes of direct sunlight right through the...
But in general, I don't think I've ever seen you open a blind.
Yeah, probably not.
No, he would live in a dark dungeon. So... But I think you would have found somebody, but I also think he's a very independent individual and would have been fine.
I could thrive in either environment.
Yeah, I don't know about myself. I'm a human contact kind of person.
I think you brought that out of me too, more than in Ohio. Because
what?
Just having more contact with people.
That's true.
Yeah.
We all go out, like before, I don't think he didn't go out in social events, and if he did, he would go alone if there was like a shift outing or something like that. And then once Larry and I met, we started going to parties together, going on vacations together with Larry's coworkers, and yeah, we just do a lot more of like group activities now. Mm-hmm. Instead of you being like, no, I'll pass, you know. I don't know, I just think we're perfect for each other. It's hard to think about where we would be. I wouldn't be in Florida. Most likely.
You definitely did not have any plans on moving to and living in Florida.
No, I remember My dad always used to say, don't fall in love with a northern boy, because he assumed that if I fell in love with a northern boy and had a boyfriend that lived in Ohio, that I would never come to Florida.
Well,
But I ended up falling in love with a northern boy who really wanted to move south.
could have done it sooner, I would have.
So it just kind of worked out that way. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's all there is to really say about it. Is it's hard to tell where we would be. I think that I would probably have children already, and I would probably have been married already to someone.
I think that would be true.
Work-wise, I don't know. Would I have started a YouTube channel, though, if I would have dated that other person and had kids and had a life? No, I probably would be working at the nursing home because their family member was high up there and set us up on that date. So I probably would still be working at that nursing home.
Well, I'm glad you're not there anymore.
Thank you. It all happens for a reason. Yeah, that's how I think life would have went. I'm very happy with the life that we have. We're very, very fortunate and very lucky, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't have it any other way. Larry is the sweetest gentleman in the world.
Thanks, Mink.
I feel like if I was with anybody else in the past, it would have been settling, because I had known you and I just wanted you. So.
Yeah, she tried.
I did try. He even encouraged me. He said, go on dates with, just go on dates.
Yeah.
You weren't like, but he was doing it because, I mean, the age, he knew it was what was best for me at the time. Obviously, Larry and I are very happy. It's perfect for us. This works for us. But Larry, it was new for both of us too. And Larry just wanted me to be happy and be with somebody that was my age and have a normal or a full life, like the fullest life that I could possibly have, which was children and family and all of that. And we're working on doing that together. But yeah, so I did go on other dates, but Larry was the one. Could not stop thinking about him. So he's it. Yay! But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this topic. Do you have anything to add, babe?
No, it's just it really broadens the mind, the scope of that question.
It does.
To think where would we be now if, and it's just there's so many variables.
It's like an Outlander situation. It's almost like you wish you could touch the rock to go back and live. Like if you and I could go back to, what year did we meet? 2012?
Yes.
If we could go back to July of 2012 and I not had that accident, was it July? August of 2012 and not had that accident, where would our paths have gone? Which direction where would we be? Interesting. Let us know in the comments below where you guys think you would be if you hadn't have married your significant other. Where do you think you would be? Let me know. It's a good conversation. It's a good thinker.
Yeah. Career choice could alter that. Schooling. There's so many different things.
Yeah. Very interesting. I like this topic. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to leave us the next topic in the comments below for us to discuss. And we will see you guys again very soon. Bye!